Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, global crypto enthusiast, wherever you are on this beautiful day on this beautiful planet. This is 88 Fantastic coming to you Saturday, April 27th, 2019. Excuse me. Just having my usual little bit of a wake and bake session here. Like I said, normally we don't come on with the news. I was doing the news for all of January and some of February and just wasn't gaining enough traction, so I stopped doing it and was just concentrating on my faucets. But this one here, I'm going to leave on my screen for a couple of seconds here, just so people can look at it because this was one of the first videos that I did. And out of all of the videos that I've done so far, this one actually had the most viewers with like 60. Woo! Anyways, when I did this video about 3 months ago, I wanted to come out and I had seen some things. Again, if you're new to the channel, I follow 22, 25-ish different forms of media sites that just to keep up on as much as possible. And I had done a video about the possibility. See, that's the key word in the video was possibility. And from that word alone, people assumed you were just sticking a knife into Bitfinex. That's how stupid people are in this space still. They won't read anything. They just want to be told what to buy, and fucking when it doesn't work, they bitch. They won't spend 5 minutes reading anything or looking into anything. So when I did my video on Bitfinex, I said it had the possibility of being insolvent, and this was 3 months ago because it was throwing up red flags all over the way I do my security for how I check into shit, right? And the amount of responses I got back was just absolutely ridiculous. You know, I'm stupid, I don't know what I'm talking about, and blah 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 blah. But what was happening is Bitfinex was charging people $125 up to $150 more per on their transactions than any other exchange. So my point in that video was is when companies start to do that, that means they have virtually no money, and every little bit of profit that they're making is going back to paying people that are transacting a withdraw. So they're charging more so they can keep their withdrawals moving so people wouldn't bitch about it. And at some point they got caught. And when you see how much money they've actually moved out of here, and then when the CEO of Bitfinex comes out and starts making just crazy statements, and you know what, the New York State's AG and people like this, they don't just falsely walk into the crypto market and just start dinging people. So I'm going to leave the article up here. As you guys can see, it's at btcmanager.com. Just came out a couple of seconds ago, earlier this morning. Of course, I'm not going to read it because it's there for you. If you want me to read it, you can go watch somebody else because I'm not doing that anymore. But there it is. I just wanted to put this up because I tried to warn people 3 months ago about this, and I actually know maybe 5 or 6 people that had some shit stuck on here, and they're just wondering still what's going on with it. So there you go. Pay attention. Again, not your keys, not your crypto for the 1 zillionth time. So anyways, let's have a quick look through the market here. Last week, Bitcoin on Saturday was at 5,320 with a 4.36% gain. This week, Bitcoin is at 52, and this week I remembered a pen. 52.62, and Bitcoin slid back 1.33%. So that's the second negative week Bitcoin has had, Saturday to Saturday, in I think it's the last 2.5 months. And where that crushed us, so now let's go to our portfolio and we'll do this and get this out of the way. We got crushed. Not the fact that Bitcoin went back 1.33%, but the fact that this week the altcoins got absolutely hammered. So we'll mark in at 307, which really sucks because last week we were at 319. So last week we were at 319. This week we're at 307, and so we went backwards 3.76%. Oh my God, it's so bad. 3.76% negative. So that is our first backwards week in 9 weeks. First time we've gone backwards, and what hurts this week is that this was actually one of the biggest weeks I've ever had. I mean, I absolutely crushed it this week. except for on my Bitcoin. So on my Bitcoin, I stopped doing my videos, and I'm doing videos for Tron, which we'll show you here in a little bit. But I haven't received it because I'm still trying to hit the minimum. So again, the only negative about having such a good week, when there's a negative, and we did the video on how to try to offset this when the altcoins are having a shit kicking, and you're trying to keep your portfolio stable. I did the best I could, and I still went back 4%. But now insert your best English accent. But when the market does recover, and we do have another altcoin rush, instead of my, see, look at, we had such a good stretch going, and then Bitfinex screwed us, buggers. We would have had 9 consecutive weeks. But anyway, so the next time the altcoin cycle pumps, which should be later this week, to be honest with you, I should have like a plus 35, plus 40% week. It'll be stupid. So let's get on to our gains for the week. Like I said, I stopped doing videos on Bitcoin. I'll get back on that probably not till later in May, earlier in June. This week in Bitcoin, I only gained actually 15,000 sats of Bitcoin. My Ethereum, where are we? Right here. We gained 47,000 sats. Our Litecoin, we gained 135,000 Litoshi sats. Our Dash, we gained 62,000 sats. Our Ethereum Classic, we had a good week. We gained 800,000 ETC sats. And we also created another 48 Digibyte. So we're coming along very nicely there. And then before we go through the market, I just wanted to go through 2 of the sites that wanted to show you guys here. So here you can see on my Ethereum, January 1st, 2019, I had made 16 million sats of Ethereum from Xenogifts, and then they had closed because the bear market, like I said, it crushed a lot of places. Doesn't matter what it is, they got crushed. But they've reopened, and I just wanted to come back and show people this. So these guys have your basics. They're like every other faucet that's out there. But when you decide that you want to go and spend your money, you get way more options. Way more options. You like Steam, you like gift cards, like you want to buy crypto. So that's what I do myself. And then these are all the coins that you can spend. So if you do surveys, then you get your choice of what you want to spend. And at the time, I do believe way back in January, ETH was like $100. So it was easy to get. Do 1 or 2 surveys, get a couple bucks of ETH. So super duper easy on that one there. And the other one I wanted to show you guys, again, if you are a little bit different and you like different things, that's what this site would be. It would be earncrypto.com. You can do easy offers, you can do surveys, complete jobs, data. I actually tried data entry. I know as faggy and stupid as that sounds, but it actually paid really well. For just to sit down and type for a half an hour, it actually paid not too bad. So let's get on to our market. Then, so as always, make sure when you're doing your faucets, you want to come in and get signed up in my About section. All of the links will be there. I'll add the Xenogifts and the crypto.com in the About section below. Come in and get your wallet set up. You've got your cryptocurrency wallet open, and as always, it's your receiving address, and you're going to link it in here with the currency you want, and that's how you're going to get paid through these. Super duper easy. So let's go. See, that's why I don't get. Let's have a quick look at this. So on the Faucet site, we've got Bitcoin at 53.96, which is just outrageous. Over here, we got it at 52.62. Over here, we got it at 52.72. So we got a 62, 66, 72. So only the Faucet site's off by. I wish this was at $5,400, dude, and then my portfolio would have looked a lot better. So anyways, we'll have a quick look at the market before we get out of here. It's Saturday. It's absolutely beautiful outside. So when we did our video last Saturday, everything was looking really good. For the last 2 months, I've been calling for a line of support at the 167, 168 billion mark. And then I shot my mouth off and said 175. And 2 hours after that, the article came out, and we lost, I think it was $14 billion in 15 minutes. That's what Bitfinex did to the market. We went from 180 billion.5 to like 168 in like 12 minutes. It was just fucking brutal. and that's what crushed everything. But we've had a really nice recovery, and what was really nice to see is when people did take what they could get out of Bitfinex, they actually put it back, what little they could back into Bitcoin. So we're going to see a lot of red this week, and if there's any green, it's just from what's been slowly trickling its way back into the market. So we'll just have a look at Lugu here. Litecoin took back over EOS in its spot there. It'd be nice if Litecoin gets back its push and starts pushing ahead of Bitcoin Cash. Bcash was actually over $300 early in the week, back down to 265. Article on Binance Coin this morning for those of you that like the BnB coin. Analytics are talking about how the price of the Binance coin could actually skyrocket to $40 here real quick. Excuse me, just smoke up some coffee. Yeah, they're talking about a $40 Binance coin, which I could possibly see. Like I said in one of my other videos, what they're doing at Binance is giving people what they want, right? So when you give people what they want, they are willing to spend money. When you don't give people what they want, your project goes down. And we still see BSV holding on at the $54 mark. That thing needs to die so bad. Who else is moving around here? Anybody? Again, look at red. Just that one bloody day just crushed the whole market. Other good news just came out this morning was from the Ethereum Classic team. For those of you that aren't familiar, they took away one of the big chiefs from the Consensus team has been with Ethereum Classic now for a few months, and they're doing some really nice things. And they announced this morning that they will be increasing their developer team by up to 75%, which is absolutely awesome. Anybody watching my videos from before, I've predicted that Ethereum Classic will finish in the top 15 by the year's end. They've been slow for the longest time, but like I said, since they brought over that guy from Consensus, they've been making good with everybody, and they're looking really solid, and the future looks really bright for ETC. So that's why I started hammering it in my faucets months ago as soon as they made the switch over. So see if we got anybody else going here. Honestly, we're not going to see very much here today because it was just such a bad 24 to 36 hours with all of that bad news that everyone took a nasty kicking for close to 2 days, and everyone's just slowly starting to recover. That's all it really is right now. So you need to stay positive right now. I still stick with my predictions. I still say Bitcoin's going to hit $6,600, $6,700 in the next 3 weeks, maybe in the next month, and then we should see a lot of sideways up action. And then come late May, early June, like I said, what happened this week with the Bitfinex is what I fully expect to happen again, market-wise, through sell-off and dumping, but that'll be in a couple more weeks. So we should see some more sideways up, and it'd be really nice to see by maybe next Saturday. It'd be nice to see us getting up to that 180, 182 mark, and then hopefully as we're going into the May, 180 billion will be our low mark for the week. So, or low mark and for heading into June, anyways. But that's all I got for you guys. I just wanted to come and share some new faucets with you. One of my favorite ones came back online, and they're paying out again. So, as always, be safe out there. Remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Always double check what you're doing before you hit that enter button. And as always, this is 88 Fantastic, showing you how to take a bite out of the cryptocurrency market. Take care, y'all.